All right, welcome back. This is Word with Brownlow podcast. Remember, no one is worthless. No story is worthless. Today, I have a very special guest on my show. Let me give you 4 words about my guest. Scholar, athlete, advocate, inspirer. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Mr. Chris Elder. What's going on, brother?
B-Lo, thanks for having me, man. I really appreciate it.
Oh, man. Thank you. I want to talk about you and your mission right now. You have something going on. You do something in mental health. It's called Breaking Through for You. Can you just tell the people what that is?
Well, Breaking Through for You is a mental health platform that I developed, I would say September 2019. It was something that I always really wanted to do. I just didn't know where to start, to be honest. I got my certification in integrative mental health in 2017. And the reason I got it was to better understand the kids that I was working with in primary school in Chicago, because sometimes what kids go through is a reflection of what their parents might be going through. So that was one of the main reasons why I wanted to get involved in mental health and just figure out more about it. And then it kind of led to, led to all this.
Okay, all right. So is that your personal connection? Is there anything more? I know your background with working with youth, but your personal connection, did you have some trying times or whatever? And, is this just a reflection of, what has come out of those times?
But what's really crazy about the whole situation, how it broke down, saying that, the reason I got the certification was, I ain't saying it was really because of the kids. I'm like, man, their parents must be going through something. So how can I, establish certain practices within the schools, which they don't even know that it's, therapeutic and helping them. And maybe I can find some common ground between what their parents going through and then bring that into the school to help their parents too. But it's crazy that you ask, is it any personal connection? At first, that was the only personal connection until I went through depression. In 2018, it started to kick off heavy in February 2018. I had some issues I didn't handle. Gotcha. That's the reason why I went through depression. I had some issues I didn't handle. I lost 2 of my childhood friends in the same month of March. Also a month where I lost my grandmother to cancer, and I lost my cousin to cancer. So I already didn't like March. So emotions are already high. Yeah. And then when that happened, that was real big. I think it was the first time I actually even let myself cry. Cause I'm not being from Chicago, I hate to say it, but you kind of get used to unfortunate deaths a lot.
Yes.
But then when it started to kind of when it starts to hit home, eventually it starts to get to you, especially pressures with school, work, working out, all that weighs so much on you, but we think we can handle it because we're so used to feeling like we have to. So when that hit me, I would say the icing on the cake was really I was in a toxic relationship, where I was putting in a lot of work, and I had pressures of, trying out for teams overseas. So I had all this going on. And then when the relationship was I'm not the type to just hold on to something. So I just let it go, even though it hurts, You got to go through your hurt, you feel me? And then and of course, we've been boys for a while. Sam. He one of the first people that was there. I had texted my family. I texted my brother, my sister, my auntie, and my mom. I texted them and let them know, man, I'm depressed right now. I had to admit it. I was sitting on the floor crying, and I was like, you know what? Just say it. You gotta say it. I said it out my mouth first. I texted my people. Yeah, text my people, and then Sam walked in the door, saw me on the floor. And he like, yo, what's good, guy? You know how Sam is on.
Yeah.
Told him. My bro was right there to comfort me, and from that point right there, and I had so much support from my family who I text. From that point right there, I was like, okay, now it's the healing process. So I always knew I wanted to help other people. I say, man, that was like the first time ever where I was just wide open. And I didn't, like, truthfully, I mean, I don't know if I can say it on here, but I didn't give a fuck.
No, dude, no, man, you can say it. Hey, look here. This is my show. Like, trust me. Yes, you can.
Like, bro, I did not give a fuck, bro. I was like, I'm not picking up the phone for family right now. I can't help y'all right now. You feel me? Like, I'm like, it's time for me, yo. I really need to reset and figure out, like, I can't do this for y'all. No, but I got comfortable saying no, because I was like, yo, it is what it is. I know how I feel. I'm fucked. If you don't like it, then obviously you don't need to be around me. If you can't, like, show me support and love, then guess what? I'm gonna cut off that pipeline. Like people gotta understand, man, when you going through something, bro, like, that time is for you. And motherfuckers either gotta understand it or try to grow to understand it and at least love you enough to be like, yo, I don't know what to do, but I got you, or whatever you need, or I give you that space. Like, so that's my personal connection with it. And when I learned to be that way, I'm like, man, what if I can show it for everybody that, like, it's so many steps that you have to go through, so many things you gotta know and be aware of, but you can definitely get through it. But it's certain shit you can't move the same way, B-Lo. You can't like
Look, I just want to say this, man. First and foremost, big ups to having a support system, because in these days and times, man, a lot of people feel as if they don't have people that have their back, especially when it comes to family, dude. For your family to be supportive and understanding. Understanding is one thing, supportive is one thing. Understanding is another. To have people understand what it is that you're going through, and they give you that space and they respect that. And first and foremost, big ups to you, because you have to put the gauntlet down on them. Like, look, man, if y'all not rolling with what I'm rolling with right now, because this is what I'm going through, if you're not down with that, man, there's the door. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can walk.
I be telling people, like, I'm like, y'all thought that shit was easy. Like, and you know how I am, bro. I'm a caring person, giving person. I'm like, I got you. You ain't got it. I got it. We got it, fam. So it's like, so that wasn't easy. Just because I did it and I dropped it, I'm like, it wasn't easy, because it's like, sometimes I felt bad. I'm like, damn, I need to pick up the phone. Sometimes I'm like, man, Grams really need me. But shit, I'm like, Euro, you need you. Like how you can, I can't, check this out. I can't pour out an empty cup. You feel me? Like, I can't, like, my pipelines are fucking clogged up. So that energy and that water I was pouring into your glass, I can't, because I don't have it. I barely have anything. So the little drops that I get, I got to keep them for myself right now until I re-up, until I figure out what's going on.
Right.
And then get to you.
I mean, it's pretty much like you said, you have to do for you before you do for anyone else. I mean, if you don't take care of you, how can you even give, like, sound advice? How can you even give proper care to someone if you're not together?
And you know what? And like we were saying, like, yo, it is hard. I really like using the word saying challenge. Like, I know this on the same topic, but book coming out soon, Breaking Through for You. That's why I really got the title from, Breaking Through for You, because I'm like, what I'm gonna call this platform? I didn't know what to call it. I'm like, Breaking Through for You. I'm using that for my book, though. I had to actually read my girl. I'm like, is Breaking Through for You? Does that sound good? She's like, yes, make it that. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm making Breaking Through for You, because I didn't know what to call it. And I'm like, sometimes you be trying to be like clever and stuff, and it's like, yo, simplicity is beautiful. You feel me? It's like, simplicity is beautiful. Sometimes you got to use that, but the thing is I'm gonna touch back on how you said that, like, big ups that I had support, and sometimes people don't feel like they have support or not, but B-Lo, they do. a lot of the times, and I'm gonna get it's deep, but it's simple at the same time. A lot of the times, people don't have support from the people they want to have support from. It's not about that they don't have it, but it's like the person that you want support from is not giving you that support. So now you have a bad habit of pushing to the side the people that are actually giving you support because you want to be picky with love. No, I don't want that type of love. I don't want that love from you. That's not the love I want. I want this love right here. I want them to develop that love that you got for me. Like, you can't be picky on this. You got to be wide open because now if you, like you said, well, we uncut fuck. If you gonna be a fucking jerk about it,
right?
And it's like, no, this the love that's good enough for me. Now you in a box. Now you can't even really get what you need. Like, I don't know if people down with spirituality, but you know I am. It's like, if God put somebody in your life that's really trying to help you, but you refuse to open up to them, how can he really help you? Like, it's basically like you making a demand saying, no, I want it from them. Now, I can admit, I'm blessed. You feel me? The people that gave me the love is the people, yes, I did want love and support for them. But guess what? If I didn't get it, you wouldn't have found me talking to them no more about it. I gotta go where people are pouring positive energy into me, just like I've been pouring positive energy into everybody else. So that's important. And I gotta be genuine about it. I gotta be genuine, just like, you know what, it is what it is. It's a lot of steps, bro. Like, it's so simple, but it's hard to not think about it or even be aware about it. And that's why in my book, I break that down like heavy. Each topic, what you gotta do, what you gotta stay away from, what you should pick up. And it's not me telling you what exactly to do. It's me giving you the idea of what you might have to do or what might work. Because it's gonna, like, let's be honest, it's gonna take time, bro. Like, the thing is, people want to rush too. People want to say, man, when I'm gonna be back to normal? What the fuck is normal? Like,
yeah.
And because the normal you talking about, you might not want to go back to that blast. Like, you might, because that might not be a good norm for you. You feel me?
Right.
Don't go back to normal. Go to better.
Gotcha.
Because whatever, some shit that's in that normal, that might be some shit that got you to this place in the first place. Like, you feel me? It's like,
And you know what? That's something that people can use in their daily lives, man. You know, and I'm gonna tie that into the next question. You know, pretty much with everything that's going on, you know, here, because you're obviously in another country right now. But everything that's going on here in the U.S. with the coronavirus and people not working and what have you, it's some individuals who find it hard to understand due to their living circumstances. You know what I'm saying? What advice do you have for like those people that's going through, like, man, period? You know, I know you work with youth. There's some youth that, man, there's some seniors, there's some high school seniors that won't have a graduation this year. They won't have a prom this year. But they're gonna have to make that transition. Some may go to college, some may not go to college, but it's still a transition that they're missing. What advice would you have for them? Because they're going to experience anxiety. They're going to experience the unknown. And we don't want them going out there just ill prepared.
Man, this is tough because it's so many things I can say. And the first thing I would say to them is, bro, I can't imagine how you feeling. Because I can't imagine missing out on something like my high school graduation, which I worked so hard for.
Right.
My prom, which was amazing. You feel me? These things that I'm pretty sure you guys would enjoy. But one thing I can say is, this is your story. This is a part of your journey. Like, one day you'll be able to help somebody else, but however you feel, you have the right to feel it. So if you're angry, you got the right to feel angry. If you're sad, you got the right to feel sad. The only thing I really would tell them is, don't lock any of that away. So when you're feeling that way, find somebody to talk to. Find a hobby that you like doing. Find out more about yourself. Journal, right, fellas? Just because you journal don't mean you soft, or don't mean it's a diary, or like, don't, all that bullshit that has been created to make you feel like, man, it ain't manly, or
yeah. I mean, cause look, man, look. You and I both know, man. Look, I work with youth out here in LA, man, and you know they not really about writing down their feelings because they figure like that's like soft shit. And I'm like, well, man, if you don't write down your feelings, how do you know what you're really going through? So talk a little bit more about that, how like, you know, especially like young men of color, you know, have been trained to like not express their feelings, especially us being from Chicago, you know, we're being from a major city where things happen on the daily. No, man, you know, you shouldn't talk about your feelings or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You need to like hide that away, or you know, go in the corner and cry or whatever. But man, talk a little bit more about that.
So like what I would ask the youth, and what I do ask the young men, especially young men of color, why do you feel you can't write something down? Who told you it was soft? Why do you feel it's soft? Like, for the reasons that you won't do something, just tell me why and where did you learn it from? Because once you give me an answer to that, I can give you an answer to why it's false, or why it don't even make sense. Because at the end of the day, when you write down how you feel, sometimes you can come back to it and read it and be like, damn, I didn't even know I was really feeling that way. Or you can say, man, look where I am right now, and see growth. But when you just hold everything in, all it's setting you up for is an explosion. Feel me?
Yeah.
When you write down what's going on with you, you might even find like a track record of, okay, this is still bothering me, or this is always bothering me. And now you can find out your triggers. A big problem with us is, and I'm just say people in general, but we don't know our triggers, bro. Like, we'll talk about it, but we won't know our triggers. Like, we'll say, man, Uncle Harold, man, he always getting on my nerves. He always got something to say. But why would you put yourself in a position where you're around him all the time? It's one thing with me now, bro. And you'll see this, and I even tell you, like, you'll be like, hey, Euro, come out with it. I'm like, oh yeah, who going out? I'm like, oh no, I ain't rocking with dude. I'm cool. like bro, I'll be like, hey bro, we gonna be downhill. I'm gonna come at you on a rebound, or I'll holler at you. But it's like you gotta know like what situations not to put yourself in. Like that's a big part of growing, and big part of like healing in any type of way. You can't put yourself in the same situations, like, because it's gonna be the same results until you learn how to manage your feelings and emotions where a certain thing don't bother you. Until you do that, you can't put yourself in those situations. It's like, if you know, like, and we like I said, we know a lot of the same people. Yeah. It's like we both know someone that has a bad track record with drinking. Yes. That altered and changed his life. Yeah. But now he won't pick up a drink. He won't even do it like, hey, just a beer or just a little shot. No. He drinking water and at the parties long. So it's like, it's like you gotta know yourself. We act like we don't know ourselves, but we still put ourselves in certain positions. So that's what I gotta say to young men. Like, you really gotta get to know who you are, what sets you off, and find out ways to not put yourself in those situations, to not go through the same emotions or feel pressures or obligated by other people just because they like, oh yeah, do this or do that. No, bro, you got to stick to, like, no, make people move how you want to move. Got you. Because you got, like, it's for the best. It's for the best of you, man. It's tough though, especially at a young age, man. Like, because you learn it so much. Like, you gonna go through that phase. You like, well, I gotta see for myself. So let me ask you, like, what can we as friends do for those people who are suffering? Like, how can we be more supportive? Like,
with everything going on, how can we be better friends?
Well, it's a few things we can do. One thing we can do is just be there. Like, sometimes we feel like we have to do extra when we don't. Sometimes your presence and your love and compassion can be enough. You feel me? Like, sometimes just that's all people need. But we have a habit of doing extra. And what I mean by doing extra is giving feedback that's not needed at the time. Sometimes it's not the feedback that you give a person, it's the time you do it. Like, sometimes, of course, a person needs to hear that they may need to get their act together or focus, but you're telling them at a time where their emotion is up here, and it's like you gotta give people time to kind of like process things, relax, come back to reality. And sometimes let them come to you. Let them ask. That's a big issue. Like, sometimes really just be there. Sometimes I don't know what to do. People always ask me, like, man, what do you do? How do you help your friends? I'm like, man, sometimes I just go around and be quiet. Like, I find out something like maybe my friend like chocolate or something. Maybe I bring that over there, just kick my feet up, watch TV with them. So like, just keep it simple. I think we should. Having knowledge doesn't always mean that you need to open your mouth. Like, sometimes the best thing you can do is just keep quiet and just be supportive. You feel me? Like, and educate yourself. Like, learn what to say or how to say things. Like, on my page, I always tell people, like, what to say to a person during depression. One of the things I told people to say is, how are you? How are you? Is it anything I can do for you today? And the reason that stands out is because it's like, today might be different than yesterday. Yesterday, they might have needed nothing from you, and they were fine and happy. Today, they might be triggered. They might be tired and just wore out, and they need you to just sit there with them. Like, you gotta like know how to talk to people, what to say, and just how to be genuine. I think a lot of people just don't know how to be genuine, and not because they're trying to do it on purpose. It's because we come in contact with so many people on a day, right?
True. And
I think one of our biggest problems is we don't watch the people we come in contact. We just do things like just fucking freely. Like, a lot of people just hang out with anybody, read anybody post on social media.
Right.
All that plays a part in how you operate and how you think. You feel me?
I got you.
Like, most of the time, the people that's irritated with all this corona talk, right? It's because they've been fucking everywhere. It's like, I've been seeing it on Facebook, I've been seeing it on Instagram, I've been seeing it on Twitter. I'm tired of people talking. You pissed off right now because of what you've been seeing. But have you ever thought about, let me unfollow some people posts? Have you ever thought about, let me just put this phone down for me? If it's bothering you. If it's not bothering you, okay.
Right.
But when you start to see certain things are bothering you, ask yourself why. Then ask yourself, what have I been looking at? Who have I been talking to? What have those conversations been about? Like, because even me, like, bro, like, even like I'm talking like this, I have to do the same thing. I gotta take a step back and be like, why is this pissing me off right now? Like, why like that's how we act with people. Think about people that don't like somebody.
Yeah.
I guarantee you ask them why they don't like that person.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's really not because that person even did anything to them. It's because of something that has nothing to do with anything personal. Like, why you don't like them? Oh, they think they all that. It's, how do they think they all that?
Right. Like, I don't know how they think they're all that.
Like, what's the definition of that? They be walking around like they this and like they that. I'm like, so you don't like that they confident? So that bothers you?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes, and you know what? That's very true, because sometimes people's confidence like rubs others the wrong way because they're not confident. And I totally understand what you're saying, man. Like, you know, people have to get over their own insecurities about themselves before they could point fingers at someone else. I feel that. I feel that. And
It was basically,
huh?
oh, no, I was just gonna say it's basically like sometimes you just gotta step back, take a step back, and see what that person needs.
Yeah.
To be honest, like, and I have to do that sometimes. I get caught up. Sometimes I get caught up and I'm talking too much. I'm like, hold on, man, let me see how they feel. Hey, yo, you good?
Right.
You
Yeah.
gotta take a second.
Yeah, I mean, because you have to take time to consider other people's feelings. I mean, even though you may be giving advice or whatever, but you got to take their feelings into consideration. And it's like you said, sometimes people don't need to hear what they need to do at a like some point in time where they may be at their lowest. You know, like if you lost your job or you know you just had something happen. Oh well, you know, you just need to, you know, go down here and talk to, or you know, you just need to go out here and find another job. You just need to go out here and do this. You just need to go out here and do that. It's just not that simple, you know, and that's why I wanted to bring you on and talk about stuff during these times because, you know, you have a lot of people. I'm not saying they're forced, but they're sort of in the circumstance of being around people that they may not want to be around when usually they may be out somewhere or have someone else, you know, to talk to or someone else or somewhere else to go. They may not have that right now. So, but we're going to turn the page a little bit, man. We're going to talk about you for a second. All right. That cook dude, all right? I want to talk about that, all right? I want you to tell the people out here, man, what is that cook dude and how do you, like, inspire youth by, you know, that campaign? Like, just tell the people out here what that cook dude is.
Well, that cook dude is somebody that I, Chris Elder, Euro, am identified by, and reason because is everybody know that I always used to use that term cook when I was on the court or whatnot. Came out with a little brand, you know, cook forever.
Yeah.
And I remember before I even made like the handle, I was like, man, what would people always associate me with? They always gonna associate me with cook. So when they don't know who I am, they gonna say that cook dude. Like first thing I thought about, and that's like what led up into that point. You know, that's gonna be forever me because I'm always gonna be tied to basketball, which I am out here in Australia playing right now. And honestly, when I just think of like that cook dude, I just think of like a confidence. You know, I'm real big on motivating others. Like a lot of people always associated me with, well, most people that really didn't know me well associated me with being like arrogant, thinking I'm all that and shit like that. But my response to that always used to be like, of course I feel that way about myself. You should feel the same way about yourself.
That's
like,
right.
Not like I'm out here just, you know, like it's all about me. Now I be gassing people up. Like, because I truly believe in them, not because it's just like I'm doing it for my own entertainment. No, it's like I'm gassing you up because I believe in you, and especially if you're my fucking friend. Like, funny story, like I was watching the game out here. One of my guys was play for another team, and he was like well beyond the 3-point line. And I yelled, I was like, shoot that bitch, Archie. And my guy was like, one of my guys that was next to me, like, oh, he got that? And I was looking like, nah. And he started laughing like so hard. And I watched the game, and they were like, and I was like, but you got to support your friends. You feel me? Like, what? Like, he might hit it. And I'm like, he hit it. Like, it's lit. So you know, like, that's just who I am, bro. You know how I am. I'm riding with you. to the fullest.
I,
If I see if I see anybody down, I can't help but to be like, yo, man, you can do this. Like, and I'm gonna give you so many reasons why you can. You feel me? Like,
right.
so that's who that Cook dude is, man. That Cook dude is it's a real people person.
Well, no, well, okay, and I'm gonna tell you why I bring that up. You need that, especially working with the youth. You play basketball. For those that don't know, you play basketball. You play basketball internationally. You played on a pro level or semi-pro level.
Pro level, professionally out here, Australia, right. Europe.
So, man, you play basketball and you know what it's like. You've gone through the trials and tribulations. And like, I feel when, young men, see you and they come talk to you and you work with them. I mean, you are just showing them everything that you've gone through. And I just think that's great, man. And, instilling confidence, even when at times, the fallout may not be what you want it to be. Like you just said, you encourage Archie to shoot it on 3. He didn't have that type of range, but that's okay though. I mean, it's about being confident because, hey, you know what? Look here. If he shoots it and he makes it, guess what Archie's going to do? Right. He's going to throw up the Jordan and he's going to run down the other end of the court and he's going to be pumped and you're going to be like, honestly, I didn't think he had that type of range.
I'll be running down the sideline.
Right. Yeah. So, but I think that's great to instill that type of energy in people, man, because they need that. And you just never know what people are going through, especially playing sports, man, which I feel is a great way to release all of the things that's going on all around you because you have the one game that you love. So, man, hats off to you, man. So, man, dude, this comes to my last question, Mr. Chris Elder, aka Euro. What is the one word that best describes you and why?
Human.
Why?
Because I think when people are looking at you from the outside, looking in, sometimes they might paint you as this person you are, maybe this beautiful person or this person that, man, I want to be like him. Man, I want to motivate people like he motivates people. I want to be a good athlete like he is. That's what a lot of people see, and those the compliments I get. But I tell people, anything that you see me doing, you can do, and you probably can do it better. Now, I'm definitely gonna try to outwork your ass for sure. That's who I am. But at the end of the day, man, I have days when I'm awkward, when I'm feeling. I have days where that anxiety kicked in, or them symptoms that I felt during depression might try to come up on me, and I'm like, oh shit, let me take a step back, let me see what's going on. I had days where I say something to somebody where I'm like, yo, I could have worded that better. I had days where I'm on point. I had days where I'm giving you the best advice. I had days where I ain't missing a shot. And I got days where I'm missing every fucking thing. I got days where it's I question myself. I had self-doubts. I had days where I'm scared or I'm nervous. I'm like, man, what's gonna happen next? But that's what makes me who I am. That's what makes this journey what it is. We don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen even even with the corona shit going on. Everybody man, you coming home? Man, it don't make no sense, bro. I'm still getting paid. I'm still but I'm man, the economy going down too. So I don't know, but it's at the end of the day, everything will work out, and you're not gonna get me to not believe that. Feel me? Right. Yeah, shit might be looking ugly right now. Shit might get ugly after this, but we got to keep pushing through. You feel me? It's when Kobe died, like I was crushed, bro. Like I was crushed. That's like, man, I didn't even know I loved Kobe that much. I did, but I did it. You feel me?
Right,
It hit
right, right.
What? It's one thing I always just say. I'm like, man, I ain't never freaked out when I met no celebrity. I'm always cool. Say what's up. I meet Kobe though. It's gonna be a different story, probably. Like I'm gonna be like, but it's like when I think about somebody like him, how he just used to like push through everything in life and take on everything, whether he was successful or not. He held a standard for himself, and he acknowledged that, yo, I'm still human, bro. And we all are. And I don't never want to lose sight of that. Feel me? I don't never want to think I'm at a level where I can't be that depressed Euro. Or I can't be that person that's, man, looking like trash on the court. Because I can be. It can happen. Now, I can fight that shit.
Yeah.
And that's a choice. And I always got that choice. And I pray to God that's always what I'm going to choose. But that's why what drives me is I'm human. And I use that word because I don't want to put no pressure on myself that's too high or put myself too low with whatever word I choose. But being human sounds about right, and I'm cool with that because you always got a choice to make a difference.
Well, man, bro, that is a spectacular word. That's real. Those are your thoughts behind it, and I'm gonna go with that. You know, before we get up out of here, man, like, how can people get in contact with you? How can people get in contact with Breaking Through for you? Like, how can people get the wisdom?
Well, on my Facebook page, it's called Breaking Through for You. And my Instagram is at Breaking Through for You. Same way you can reach me there. You can DM me. I put a lot of knowledge on my Facebook page. On my Instagram page, it's definitely getting better. I'm posting every day. And even you can email me too at breakingthroughforyou@gmail.com. So Facebook page is a lot of stuff on there. I always get great feedback from that. I'm almost at 10,000 likes on the Facebook page. It's it's like at 9,700, 9,800 right now, bro. Like it's picking up. And I first made the page in the end of September 2019. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So yeah, you can always reach me on there. And like if you want to make it even personal, man, you can hit me up on my personal _that cook dude on Instagram. Like, however you want to reach. I know people be having questions, man. And I know it's tough sometimes trying to find somebody to talk to who not gonna judge you and just gonna like hear you out and like really like respond to you in a good manner. So I'd rather you say something to me than keep it balled up inside.
Man, well, that's what's up, man. Hey, that's Chris Euro Elder, man. That cook dude Breaking Through for You. This is Word with Ty Brownlow. I'm Ty Brownlow. Remember, no one is worthless. No story is worthless. Man, we out.